Turned out, as all of Katie Scott's horses are. He goes well at the track. He's been placed on 3 times from 7 starts, and he's also won a couple of races here at Musselburgh. His most recent win was about a month ago, Ayr, when sent off favourite. He's going to be favourite again today. It was soft ground over a mile, and he's gone up £2 for that 3 parts of a length success. But unlucky not to win here before that second win at Ayr, because he didn't have the best of passages over course and distance in a race won by Gometra Gente, who runs in our fillies handicap, our next race at Musselburgh. Before that unlucky third placed effort, he was a winner in July by a neck at Ayr over 7 furlongs on softish ground. So Gweedore representing Lamont Racing, Jason Hart, who won the opener bidding for a quick-fire double, and Katie Scott, who won with Spartacus last night. He was sent off at 11-1. Gweedore's likely to go off a whole lot shorter under top weight. Got a very well backed horse in this race, in Bullseye. This bet at racingtv.com handicap over a mile. Bullseye's been very well supported and is now clear second favourite behind the top weight Gweedore, who's the 74 jolly. Bullseye is now at 4-1, so been pretty well back throughout the day. And now a clear second favourite. Has a little bit to find with Gweedore on their recent encounter. It was a race at Ayr in which Gweedore was in the winner's enclosure, and Bullseye was probably the thick endy 5 lengths behind in 6th place. But Bullseye's got a headgear on here this afternoon. He's wearing a hood for the first time. He's the only 3-year-old in the race as well, and he's entitled to still be improving as well. This is just his 8th start in a race course, and he actually opened his account on his 3rd start on the track, and it was back last September about this time when winning over 7 furlongs. His mark is starting to creep down as well by probably 2 or 3 pounds since June, and we haven't seen him out too often, and he's in the Jerry McGladrey colours. Looking at the pedigree, the dam never raced, but she was a half-sister to a 1.25 mile flat horse, and indeed a winning hurdler over 2 miles, so I would imagine a mile is not a problem. He's run over a mile before, even although the recent run was that 4th placed effort at over 7 furlongs at Ayr. Speaking of the Ayr run, it was actually won, as I mentioned, by Gweedore. Comes from an informed stable of Katie Scott with Jason Hart on board, who won her opener. Gweedore went up by a couple of pounds after coming through, going well to dispute the lead from the 2-pole and going on to win by 3/4 of a length at Ayr. 2 pounds higher than that, and that was a career best effort to Ayr, and another career best effort's required here this afternoon off a mark of 77, but I wouldn't discount that happening, given that Katie Scott, smallish Borders trainer, but horses in great form. She had a winner here last night with Spartacus. And Markazi came back to form on his last couple of runs, and they were both at Musselburgh. Now, the time before finishing second here, he bounced into the winner's enclosure for the first time in ages. That win here back in August was his first strike since September of 2019 at Ayr. Still on a winning mark. He's won off 84 in the past, and he's now rated 72. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, Gweedore, this top weight, comes from the Katie Scott stable, who won last night with an 11-1 chance Spartacus, and Gweedore's a lot shorter than that, and he's a horse that's unlucky not to be going for his 4th win in the bounce. He won at Ayr back in July. He did not have the best passages over course and distance here when finishing 3rd to Gometra Ginty, who runs in our next race, the Fillies Handicap, and then he was back in the winner's enclosure at Ayr over a month ago when sent off favourite and winning by 3/4 of a length over a mile on soft ground. So he's gone up a couple of pounds for that, and Jason Hart was telling me after he'd won the opener that he expects him to go pretty well. Bullseye could be closer than he was at Ayr when they last clashed. He's got 4 lengths to find, the only 3-year-old in the race, Bullseye, for Andrew Mullen and Ian Jardine, and I think he could be helped by having a hood on for the first time today. His mark is starting to creep down, and he's got winning form round here as a 2-year-old. He actually won about this time last year here at Musselburgh in a novice auction stakes over 7 furlongs, and he's actually bred to get further than a mile as well. Loading process then almost complete. Bullseye's going to be last in. He went to post early, incidentally, in the first time hood, and I think he's going to be last into the stalls as we go back up to Tomo for race 2.
Yeah, last one to be put in is going to be Bullseye for this bet at racingtv.com handicap. 8 runners over a mile. We're ready to race. Stand by. They're off. Here we go. 8 runners over a mile. The grey horse broke well. That was Makazi. Up on the outside, Jack Hammer, and between the two, Clay Regazzoni. Up on the wide outside, the favourite Gweedore takes closer order. Pulling quite hard on the inside is Bullseye. Then comes Engels Rock. Behind Engels Rock is behind Engels Rock we've got Eligible and Campari. These are the two back markers. They're going a decent clip as they go towards the bend at the far end of the track. 6 furlongs left to run. And Jack Hammer on the inside. On the outside, it's the favourite Gweedore. Then settle in third, the grey Makazi. Running fourth in the light blue, Clay Regazzoni. Behind this is Engels Rock. Behind this on the inside is Bullseye. In the diamonds we have Campari. And the back marker is Eligible. Running quite wide there, Campari. Might have lost a couple of lengths. But let's see what happens as they turn for home. 4 furlongs left to run at the BetAtRacingTV.com handicap. And still up front, Jack Hammer takes them along. The favourite Gweedore moving well in second. The light blue colours of Clay Regazzoni into third. The grey Makazi is in fourth. Fifth on the outside in the purple and white diamonds is Campari. Engels Rock is taking closer order. Here they come down now to where it starts getting interesting. And Jack Hammer has the lead. Here comes Gweedore looking for a good run and getting it up on the wide outside. Switch towards the outside. Eligible is staying on from a long way back. Then comes Clay Regazzoni. Plenty of chances. The grey horse can't get through. Is Makazi coming towards the final furlong now? It's Gweedore on the far side. It's Eligible this side. Eligible's coming with a good run. Gweedore digs deep and keeps going on the far side. It's the favourite Gweedore. Gweedore is going to win it. In second place is Eligible, staying on the outside. Clay Regazzoni gets third.
Good race and a tough performance by Gweedore. He is a tough horse, and but for being unlucky 2 runs back over course and distance, he might have been winning his 4th race on the bounce. The rail did help, and he's gone on to win by the thick end of 3 parts of a length from Eligible in second and Clay Regazzoni in third, and then a gap back to Engels Rock for Lucinda Russell through in 4th place. But a popular favourite, this Gweedore, who wins in the hands of Jason Hart, so it's a quick fire double for him, and it's a good 2 days at Musselburgh here for Katie Scott. As I mentioned, she won with Spartacus last night, and Gweedore, she told us when we did the winning interview with us, she expected Gweedore to go pretty well today. Probably hit the front, the thick end of 2 furlongs down. See in the extreme right, that's Campari in the purple sleeves, who ran wide in the straight and who ran wide round the bend as well. And the danger at the moment to Gweedore is to the right of Shot and to his left, and that's Eligible, who's stuck on really well. That's a big run from